What's up, guys? 17.3 analysis. Angelo is out of town, so him and I spoke tonight. I'm going to give you some stuff that he talked about. It is a squat snatch ladder with pull-ups and chest bar pull-ups, depending on whether you're doing scaled or RX. So my recommendation for mobility is squat mobility. We all know squat mobility. Keep it pretty simple. And then extra emphasis on lats for the pull-ups and extra emphasis also on the forearms, because we think that grip is actually going to be a pretty big part of this. So make sure you're doing a lot of hand stretches for the forearms, mashing the forearms, getting them ready for that heavy grip workout. Equipment-wise, knee sleeves, especially if you're going to be getting to those heavier weights and you're comfortable with the knee sleeves for the squatting heavier, and Ollie shoes if you have them. If you know that squatting below parallel is a challenge for RX, you cannot power snatch it and squat it down. You must ride it fully into a squat from the pull. So if you know that you need Ollies for that, make sure you have those. And then grips for the pull-ups. So if you have grips that you can switch on and off quickly, that's probably going to be your best bet. Only because moving quickly from those barbells, especially with the heavier weights, you're probably going to want a full grip on that barbell. You're not going to want that heavy 225 or 155 bar slipping out of your hands. So for the chest to bar pull-ups, I'd keep them in small sets, maybe sets of 4 to 5, even sets of 3 if your chest to bars aren't there completely yet, because that's not going to be where you win all of your time. Making sure you don't miss any snatches, any of that's going to be much more important. So like we talked about, the grip's going to be a big part of this, so making sure that you break up those chest to bars from the start will be huge. The squat snatches, singles the whole way. Snatch, breathe, snatch, breathe, snatch, breathe on the earlier sets, the lighter ones. And then when they get heavier, obviously you're going to need more breaths in between those reps to make sure you aren't missing any and you're nice and tight in the core, but snatches the entire way. For the barbells, if you are doing this for the open, for regionals, for the games, whatever it may be, think about having 2 barbells, one with your starting weight and one with your second round weight, and then having someone that can intertwine them easily and change out weights that you need changed out can be really important, because those 6 chest bars are probably going to go pretty quick and into the 7s, so you might want some help switching out those barbells. If you're doing this by yourself, consider having all of the barbells set up to help you save some time. Okay, you're going to want time in those later weights, but for those earlier sets, you're going to want to save yourself some time with having multiple barbells. Taking smooth reps on the squat snatches, taking a breath and learning exactly where you are with your battery is going to be really important. I'm just looking at some notes so I don't miss anything. The chest bars, like we talked about, small sets. Don't be a hero here. Make sure you don't burn out in the early rounds. You're going to need that grip. You're going to need the strength of the arms. You'll be getting into a really high amount of chest to bars if you're making it into those later rounds, like 100 plus chest to bars. So think about definitely from that perspective when we're talking about breaking them up early in the early rounds. It's going to mean a lot. Punch up on the bar nice when you're doing the snatches. And another big thing is if on those lighter weights, you're used to maybe pulling a little bit more with your back because they're lighter. Think again. On those early weights, try to use your legs as much as you can, especially because we don't want to fatigue that back for when you're getting to those heavier weights. You're not going to be wanting to pull off the ground with a rounded back because we're tired from those early weights, okay? Good luck, guys. We're all going to crush it. Very good luck on 17.3. Have some fun.